Hey everybody, I'm Not Great and welcome back to the Lands Between for, oh nice, more Elden Ring, where it's time to get into the Nokron Plains, I guess? I don't know. Whatever you want to call this, it's all still like Nokron, but weird. Hopefully in this video there's gonna be more to do, because in the last video there was not a lot going on. So let's get started. There we go. So, after the last video, I did get a comment about how the last video seemed to be dragging a little bit. One, that's just part of, unfortunately, it's the early part of Nokron. Like, there's just not a lot there, man. Lord of Blood, your eminence, I beg you, grant me a seat at the table of the dynasty. Long live the Mogwin, shut up. But I did some introspection. I was looking and thinking, and it's like, now there is some truth to that, because, to be fair and honest, to be perfectly honest, I got a lot going on. And that was definitely taking away from the joy of the video. So, the guy was right. Like, I was not on point for a video that was already going to be kind of lacking. Just based on the area that it was all done in. And that's not great. Like, not in the I'm not great sense. Where it's like, well, I'm not great at this, but I'm still, you know, okay. But it's not great in, like, it made for a shitty video. The video stays up, though, as a testament to having a bad day? Sure. But there is another aspect to that I wanted to kind of talk about a little bit. And that is that in the process of recording, I've been holding back a little bit. Stop it. I've been holding back. And it's not holding back... Oh, jeez. Not holding back in gameplay, but just holding back in... talking. Because there's a lot of shit going on in the world, and one of the things that I did in this channel, and started with this channel, was doing at the beginning of the channel, as the words that I wanted to find, was talk about things that are also happening in the world, whenever we're doing things like running around and exploring, and nothing terribly interesting is going on. I kind of tried a little bit to bring that back with like, oh, let's talk about something important. But honestly, I've still been holding back a little bit on that shit. And thinking on it, I think maybe that's not the right play to make. So while we run around, I want to talk to you a little bit about my governor. My governor is Greg Abbott. I live in Texas, which is one of the few states in the United States that you can say, I live in Texas, and people are still going to have a hard time trying to dox you. I could say I live in, like, Central Texas, or West Texas, or Southeast Texas, or Northeast Texas, or the Panhandle, or the border. And that still does not narrow down, like, anything. Ow. Oh, I got gored. Oh, I'm getting double gored. I'm being Al-gored. But my governor, if you do not live in the United States, or if you are not in Texas, or if you don't follow politicky things, my governor's a douchebag. Greg Abbott is probably like one of the premier douchebags of our time. Like, just objectively bad. He is awful. Oh, shit! Fuck me. What the? Where did you come from? Like, you guys are resistant to sleep, and so I'm just not gonna... I'm not gonna fuck around with you anymore. Oh, God. There we go. So why bring it up? Like, I've talked about how much of a douchebag Greg Abbott is several times on this channel. It's one of my most least favorite things to talk about, is just how bad he is at being a human being. And it's because he's done more douchebaggery recently. He is trying to outdo himself. And you may be wondering, well, how? How could Greg Abbott have his own head even further up his ass? And friends, I'll tell you. Oh, he even faked out too, and it's fine. So he recently passed an executive order. And then again, for those of you who are not in the United States, an executive order is when somebody who's at a peak position of power, whether it be over a state or a country. I think even, like, cities can do this, which is weird. Like, it's too much. It's too much. What does this say? Enemy ahead. Enemy go to hell. I think there are some... Isn't there, like, one dude here, or two dudes out here? Maybe. Turn back, you don't have the right. I will not turn back, but we need to get this guy unlocked. So he passed an executive order, Greg Abbott did. And this executive order is in response to the genocide going on in Gaza. You may think to yourself, well, it's good that he's doing something about the genocide in Gaza, and that's where I have to stop you. Because he's not. He passed an executive order decrying anti-Semitism. Saying anti-Semitism is bad. It's like, okay, well, that's fine. That's good. We all know anti-Semitism is bad. And if you don't, go fuck yourself. You don't belong on this channel. This is not the place for you. Yeah, no. Get out of here. So, anti-Semitism bad, right? Right. Ow. Well, evidently, that depends entirely on the definition of anti-Semitism that you are using. I was largely unaware that there was more than one definition of anti-Semitism. Figure, anti-Semitism is just anti-Jewish sentiment, essentially. Ow. Oh, I got bitch slapped. I bitch slapped back. Ooh, shining horned headband. Nice. There's another beast. Cool. That's cool. So, this is getting really complicated, and it's complicated for a reason. It's complicated because the more complicated people can make it, people like Greg Abbott, the more people have an excuse to say, oh, that's too complicated, I don't understand. Like, there's so much going on there. And there's not. Not in this case. So, he passed an executive order saying that anti-Semitism doesn't belong on college campuses. And again, so far, so good, right? Like, we can all agree that anti-Semitism shouldn't be anywhere. College campuses specifically? Sure. Just sure. That's good. It's a good step to take. We don't want it anywhere. And college campuses are a part of anywhere. See, this is what I've been holding in for a while, so this is I am just loving this. So forgive me if I dramatize this a little bit and kind of build it up and do whatever. Or don't forgive me for it. I don't care. So he has this executive order that says anti-Semitism doesn't belong on our college campuses. And it's like, well, yeah. Thanks, Greg. Thanks for that. Good talk. But then he goes on to talk about anti-Semitic groups and the definition of anti-Semitism. And the definition that he says Texas is using is the definition taken from the National or International Holocaust Remembrance Museum, or some such thing. I'm getting the organization's name wrong, probably, and I acknowledge this. We'll be heading back there later. But you get the idea. It's the Holocaust Remembrance Museum of either here or everywhere. One of the two. Maybe both. Except he's not, because what he's calling out are protest groups on college campuses who are standing up against genocide. And the genocide is being done by Israel. So they're protesting Israel. They're not protesting Jewish people or Judaism. They are not speaking out against Jewish people or Judaism. They are literally protesting the acts of a nation state. Come on, don't disappear on me. Enchanted shot. Nice. There we go. Oh, great. I didn't... Okay, fine. I just want to take care of the rats at range. Oh, wow. Iframes on vacuum slice. Amazing. There we go. And he specifically mentioned several student organizations who are openly protesting genocide. Because that's what's happening in Gaza and on the West Bank. And it is being done by Israel. And there's really no gray area here for this. Like, it is a thing that is happening. 30,000 people have died since, what, fucking, like, October? Whenever that Hamas attack happened. And Israel has been doing a really slow-motion genocide of Palestine and Palestinians for a very long time. But yeah, so he mentions these groups, and his definition of anti-Semitism is things against Israel, which, again, like, Israel is not Judaism. Like, I've worked at a reformist temple before, and I'm aware of what Judaism is, both like cultural Judaism and ow, shit. Oh, balls. Damn it. Fuck. Damn it. I don't know, my reactions are really slow right now for some reason. It has nothing to do with the rant I've been going on. It's my button presses. There we go. And I got the heal in right as I was getting a refill on my red juice. That's amazing. So yeah, that's what he's done. And the final, like, what's the final thing? The straw, like, for me, the straw that's not just breaking the camel's back, but like shattering its spine, is that he calls out these student groups for anti-Semitism. Texas has a huge anti-Semitism problem whenever it comes to things like law enforcement. When it comes to things like the Klan and the Proud Boys and all these other groups that are, like, patently anti-Semitic, doesn't mention them at all. Like, they are literally infiltrating college campuses and sending people in to, like, specifically stoke hatred and, like, the idea, like, there's an impending wraith war. And it's like, no, there's not. That's not gonna happen. Like, the only race war we're going to see is none, because it's not a thing. Like, there's not even a fake SEG I can do for that. It's just not a thing that is going to happen. Let's check on our status real fast. I don't know how many of these things we've done or how many we have left. So this fucker, right, is calling out these student groups, not calling out the fucking, like, actual dedicated groups, or actual groups that are dedicated to anti-Semitism. Like, just patently in support of pursuing and doing anti-Semitism. But then he's also going through and, like, threatening the universities that they have to enforce his made-up definition of anti-Semitism. So that stuff, I don't know, there's a threat in there someplace. They're probably gonna, like, you know, fire people, change around boards. God only knows what. If they don't get their way. If this non-definition of anti-Semitism is not upheld. And it's batshit crazy. It is absolutely fucking insane. And in the last episode, I spent the entire hour trying not to talk about it. And I believe that was a mistake. So here we are. We're talking about it. We have talked about it. It has been talked about. And he's a fucking idiot. Like, getting... Oh, there's more wolves out there. Cool. Like, getting further into it, one, it's a blatant violation of the First Amendment rights of the students at these universities to say you cannot talk about this thing. And that's coming from the state. Ow. The state cannot tell you that. Like, you can be punished for the things that you talk about if they are a crime, or if you are using your words to directly incite a crime. That's against the rules. This is neither of those things. But it's the same thing with, it's the same kind of free speech violation that we see with the Texas ban on banning Israel, which is a real fucking thing that they have fucking done. So, Texas has a law in place that is, again, like, a violation of the First Amendment and of the constitutional rights of people. And that law says you are not allowed to boycott Israel in any way, shape, or form. It is illegal to boycott, to choose not to spend money on things that come from Israel because you are upset with what Israel is doing. Illegal to do that. If I said, like, I am not going to buy this thing, like, maybe I'm not Jewish, but maybe I want to go and buy a yarmulke for some reason, or I get a job at a temple where, even though I'm not a religious person, I need to at least, like, meet a dress code or something. I don't know how yarmulkes work. Like, that's not in my wheelhouse, man. But let's say I do need to buy something that is manufactured in Israel, but is also manufactured elsewhere. I cannot choose legally not to buy this thing made in Israel because it is made in Israel. And is there any way of enforcing this? No. There's absolutely no way to enforce this. This is an unenforceable law. Unless you are, for example, like a big business, and you're choosing what imports you want to take. We're going to move over to our sleepy swords and see if we can put this lady to sleep. Oh, maybe we can. Yeah, we can. Nice. Like, that's how batshit crazy this whole fucking thing is. Like, I don't have the right, legally, to choose where I spend my money if the state of Texas doesn't like it. Like, how fucked up is that? It's like, okay, if the United States decides to boycott a thing and says, hey, you know, you cannot buy from this country because they've done X, Y, or Z, and we're not going to allow imports. I was like, okay, that's one thing. That's questionable. But that's, like, okay, I can't buy because the official country stance, or national stance, is that buying from these people propagates bad shit. Like, kind of dumb? Sure. But, okay. Like, it's not there for me to purchase. I can't make that choice. It's been made for me. Telling me that I cannot spend my money where I intend to spend it, where I want to spend it, is something else entirely. And telling me that the state gets to choose the reasons for which I spend my money, and the people that I choose to support with my money. What the actual fuck, man? Like, what the total fuck is that? It's fucking wrong, and it's fucking stupid. Just like the genocide of the Palestinians and the West Bank and Gaza is wrong and stupid. But it's also obvious. Like, how can people see something like that and go, oh, it's okay, it's my governor? Like, how can you look at that and go, this is acceptable? Like, yeah, it's perfectly fine that this guy, who is just a legendary piece of shit, like, not an exact, like, he is a notorious piece of shit. Like, if you don't know about Greg Abbott and how shitty a person he is, all you have to do is look at how he ended up in his dumb fucking wheelchair. And that's not ableist. He has, like, a really, the amount of money this guy has, he should be able to afford a really cool fucking wheelchair, and he doesn't. That's his choice, though, how he wants to spend his money. He ended up in a wheelchair because he was out for a jog sometime in, I believe, the 80s. And a freak gust of wind knocked a tree branch onto his unlucky ass and removed most of the feeling and function that he has from the waist down. Which, if it was anybody else, would be super sad. But since it's not, it's not. This is not. Fuck this guy. So, he turns around, and I'm not even sure if he was running for office yet, or if he was in, like, the state house or the state senate. But he turns around and he sues both the insurance company and the homeowners, and possibly the HOA. I don't know if HOAs had that much power back then. I don't remember that detail very much. But he turns around and he sues the shit out of them. And he gets millions. And that's millions in, like, 1980s money, right? So, a lot more in today dollars. Regardless of what day it is, millions is millions. Like, it's a fuck ton of money. Pardon me for a second, I need to take a sip of my drink. Eventually, Greg gets into office, like a state office. Let's touch the remains. We can't put this guy to sleep, so we're just going in with our big swords, and it's fine. Greg gets into office, right? And one of the first things that he does, like one of the very first fuck all things that he does is... Did I take off my perfume? Yes, I did. Oh, I don't feel pretty anymore. I don't have my perfume on. Did I run out of perfume? No, there it is. Cool. Uplifting aromatic. Great perfume. You should use it. He makes it illegal for people to sue other people for large damages for the exact same reason that he ended up in a wheelchair. So the millions that he got from suing these people, and this is, he's never been a poor guy. At least not to my knowledge. He sure as fuck wasn't poor then. He makes it to where the millions that he got, other people are capped at like $250,000 for damages. Regardless of, like, anything. That's their cap now. That's the kind of guy Greg Abbott is. He's the kind of guy who makes up definitions for things like anti-Semitism so they can better suit his political agenda. Ow. And he decides that the best thing to do is bully children, college kids. They're not children anymore. You're in college, you're an adult. Legally and most other ways. Even though your frontal cortex is not finished developing. Ah, I mistimed that. It's fine. Can I hit you from here with this? Yes, I can. Ow. Okay. So that's my rant. It was actually a pretty good rant for wandering around. Son of a bitch. Look, I'm just gonna hit you with the jump, and it's fine. Now let's focus on the regal ancestor spirit. And my dodge roll. Ow! Fucker. Vacuum slice. I love people who have been giving me shit about vacuum slice. It is such a just remembrance of the regal ancestor is the item that we just got. It is such a flex to use that attack. Like, the amount of poise damage is through the fucking roof. Like, it is, I believe, slightly larger than a jumping double. Yeah. A two-handed jumping slash with giant weapons, with great weapons. Now, fuck off with your judgment of my vacuum slash. It's my build, and I'll... Oh, shit. Yeah, that's right. Okay, we need to hang a right and go this way. As we need to get to the aqueduct before we move on. And we've got to go up. But yeah, that's my rant. That's just a part of what I've been holding in. That is a tiny, tiny bit. Like, add to that the fact that my mother-in-law has just gone into hospice, which fucking sucks. Like, she is easily the best mother-in-law a guy could ask for. Like, she's just awesome. She is an awesome fucking lady, and I'm going to miss the fuck out of her. And, hopefully we get to spend as much time as we can with her before she passes. But she is... You don't need details. Just know that 1, she's fucking awesome. 2, she's in hospice. And 3, we're all very sad. So there's that. So, to reiterate, Greg Abbott sucks. My mother-in-law is awesome. And the guy in the comments of the last episode, and he very gratefully... Or gratefully, I don't know. Some word. Edited his first comment. As this first comment came on kind of hot, then we had a discussion. And it kind of backed off a little bit. So that's cool. Alright, we will come back here in a little bit. For now, we're going to head to this grace. And I'm going to eat a Sour Patch Kid, so I'm going to shut up for like 10 seconds. Whee! Oh god, I really don't want to inhale the citric acid that covers these things. But I also have to say wee whenever I do a jump like that. It's required. Whenever you make YouTube content, you sign a contract that says whenever you do something, you have to go wee! Look it up. Google it. It's true. God, I love sour candy. Rejuvenating boluses. Nice. Does that mean that there's going to be basilisks up ahead? It might. And again, maybe it doesn't. And again, maybe it does. Does it? Does it not? I don't know. Jumping. Here. Item ahead. Oh, it's a good thing I was already heading in this direction. Celestial Dew. Now I want a soda. See, this is what happens when I stop holding back. I'm just going a mile a fucking minute. And it's also nice that I took a short break from Elden Ring and New Game +2 to, is there, okay, that's an item over there that we can get. Oh, we can just come back up here. Okay, cool. To play some Tactics Ogre. Kind of refresh myself a little bit because, you know, burnout is real. And it also applies to video games. Believe it or not, you can get burnt out playing the same game over and over and over again for hours and hours on end. And so I took a break and recorded like more than half a dozen episodes of Tactics Ogre. Which is a series that's... No! That's coming along very well. I knew as soon as I hit the jump button I had missed it. I knew it. I knew it had happened the second it happened. Oh well. Knight's Sacred Ground. Okay. Can you imagine? I'm sure some people have done this, and I feel really bad for them. I mean, can you imagine going through Nokron and the area around it, and then not realizing that this area is here? Why are all of you naked? Put some clothes on. Whoa. Sorry, that was a lemon Sour Patch Kid. That kind of threw me off for a second there. You've got to eat them all. You can't just eat the flavors that you want, especially if you have a bag that's supposed to be designated as a sharing size, and you don't believe in sharing. Not Sour Patch Kids. What is this? Oh, we can get there another way, I think. Yeah, we can get there this way. Butterfly in the sky. Get into my inventory. There we go. So yeah, I think I'm going to stop holding back. At least as much. And there are some things that we don't want to talk about. There are some things that we don't want to talk about but should, and there are some things that we just probably shouldn't talk about. And, what's over there? Oh, more silver goo. Silver tier husk. It's basically like mimic poop. Like we're just gathering mimic shit. One of those mimics is a giant dragon. Not dragon. Sorry, it's a giant. Just a giant, not a giant dragon. God, wouldn't that be something, though? See that in the DLC. Like, a mimic tier dragon. Like, you go up and your intention is to... What does this say? Go fuck yourself, Fortnite bullshit. You know, it's like the guys that turn into rune bears or worm faces, or any of the things these people turn into. And you go to hit one, and it's just a dude, you know. What do we get? Was that just a health thing? Okay. Whatever. Let's get another mimic tier, I guess. But you go to hit one of those poor bastards who's just sitting there, like, wailing away on... Oh, here we go. There we are. Done. Anybody else? Nope. Oh, item. Smithing stone, level 3. Highly under-leveled stone for this area. But yeah, you go to, Mimic Tear Ashes. So many Mimic Tear Ashes. You go to, I will be able to finish a sentence at some point. I promise. I swear. Did we? Well, there's no going back. Never mind. I was about to ask, were we ready to do this? And the answer was no. No, we weren't. But it's fine. Nox flowing hammer. It's gooey. It is a gooey hammer. Which I guess could help you if you're trying to build momentum. Oh yeah, there's the thing over there. Like having a loose handle. I could see... Oh no, we can't go back up. Oh wait, no, there's an actual ladder there. Never mind, no, we're fine. We were always fine. Everything was always going to be fine. Let's get the drop on this ball. There we go. Can't believe they were a boss. You're gonna silver mist again? Yeah, you're gonna mist again. Keep it in your pants, lady. I do love their armor, though. I kind of want to put it back on. Larval tear, sweet. We will do that. I like their armor. Let's put it back on. Where was it? There it is. And then Radon's helmet. We'll go back to our oven mitts. And we've got our Jinkos, but we'll move over to the spiky Jinkos. Yep, I dig it. Back to our original aesthetic. But yeah, mimic dragons. From Software, make mimic dragons a thing. Please. And thank you. Also, hire me to play the DLC. Just give me a copy. I promise I'll do good. I might even edit those videos. That means a lot coming from me. I hate editing videos. But for you, From Software, and anybody else who wants to give me a free copy of a game, I will edit videos for you. If I have to pay for your shit, though, you get long-form content like this and nothing else. What are we at? 217. We're nowhere near a level. We have plenty of juice. Let's just keep going. Is this one the... Nope. Ow. Stop it. Okay, look, fucker. Celestial Dew. God, did I have another message appraised? I could go through this whole game and just be fine. Who hit me with an arrow? Look at that absolute unit of a Mimic Tear. Look at how it dies before it has a chance to turn into a giant. We get another silver tear husk. Sweet. Nothing over there. Let's go up here. I don't know, maybe I was wrong. Maybe the giant's up here somewhere. Doesn't seem like it, though. More husk. Well, shit. I spent all that time talking about the Greg Abbott thing. Now I'm wandering around. There's dead air, and I'm out of... Well, no, I'm not out of shit to talk about. But we get Fingerslayer Blade and Great Ghost Glovewort. Hello. Now it's time to get out of here. Oh, everything's dead. We can walk. Also time to have another Sour Patch Kid. What are we at? 41 minutes? Sure. So I pose a question to you, friends, viewers, people, angry mob. If you had a chance to cheese a Crucible Knight, would you take it? I would. Fall to your death. Please. Oh, stop blocking. Ha! Alright, now we made him mad. Where are you? Where are you hiding? Alright, well, we'll fight him in fair combat over here. I think. Hey, buddy. There you are. Oh, balls. There, you're dead now. Crucible Horn Shield. The Shield of Champions? I don't know, he's dead now, so it's couldn't have been that good, right? And anyways, we've already got, I guess that's our third one, at least. Alright, well. Why does it always bug? I don't know. Why are you always bug? I want to say there's another Crucible Knight here. Like, this place is just rotten with Crucible Knights, if I remember right. Well, not rotten, there's like two. But that's rotten enough. That's too rotten for Crucible Knights. They're awful. Which kind of makes them amazing in some ways. We'll crouch like that guy was crouching. That's fine. Oh, not a Crucible Knight. It's this guy. I guess that's a type of Crucible Knight. Oh well, anyways, we get our head start. Fuck me. Shit. God damn it, how is he healed? Ah, shit, balls. Okay. Should have just done a jumping attack on him. I thought I could backstab him. This time we're just not going to worry about that Crucible Knight. If he's even still down there. Is he still there? Does he come back to life? Maybe not. That's good for us. Oh good, he's dead forever. As he should be. Oh, he caught me. Shit, no! Whoa! There. I just lost 250,000 runes. That's fine. I mean, I'm mad, but it's fine. I'm really mad. We need to do something about that. And we will. First off, we're going to start off the same way that we did before. Oh, come on. Go to hell. You and your stupid long reach. Bam! Yeah, I wish I could have done that the first time. Would have been nice before losing 250,000 runes. I'm not bitter. You can't prove I'm bitter. Motherfucker. There he is. Alright, I think we can switch back over to our small weapons now. What does this say? Liar ahead? Of course. Order healing, yay! Don't you dare. Ha! Imagine doing a jump attack from up here on that dragonkin soldier if he was still alive and we had not killed him earlier. Golden rune 13. That's an oversized rune for this area, I feel. We went from a level 3 smithing stone to a level 13 golden rune. And there's maybe some retooling of balance to do here. Is that a big rat? Let's find out. He does not gonna come out? There we go. Smithing stone level 4. And even more golden centipedes. Then in level 6. God damn it. More golden centipedes. A rune arc. Dukist Herba. Okay, that's fine. Are we going to meet our friend's brother out here? Yes, we are. Do we still have the armor and stuff that we can give to him? Hey there. D. Beholder of Death. Well, okay. Let's move on. Okay, I can work with this. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. There we go. Alright, there's one golem. Or gargoyle, rather. I don't care if I get poisoned. Oh, I forgot to switch my weapon back over. Okay, that was throwing me off. Are you trying to put a stone golem to sleep? Oh shit. Shit. Poison doesn't bother me right now. Actually, no, it's really bothering me. Holy fuck, that's hurt. Okay. Oh, that was my last heal. Got it! Gargoyle's Great Sword. Gargoyle's Twin Blade. Gargoyles, I need to cure my poison before I die. Sweet. Alright, that's this area. That's it for this area. And we're still under an hour. We completed the entire second half of Nokron, as well as all of its conjoined areas in less than an hour. Go us! Let's take a look around real fast. I thought maybe there'd be a grace someplace, but I guess not. What is the point of this? Who would use that? Whatever. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, there's no, like, twin gargoyles. There it is. There's a gargoyle grace. And so we rest. Like, actually rest. What are we at for runes? Not nearly enough. We haven't even gotten back what we lost. But there is a coffin here. But, crap, I shouldn't have eaten a Sour Patch Kid just then. I made a terrible mistake. And I have no regrets. Wah. So, we're going to leave that here for now. Called an episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I am going to stop holding back a little bit. Because, yeah, it just kind of ruins the whole flow of the thing. If I've got something on my mind and I'm trying to record, and then I have to spend the entire recording, like, not thinking about it, that kind of fucks things up. So we're not going to do that anymore. So there will be more thoughts on things coming your way. Yeah, so until then, make sure you're staying safe and healthy out there. Check out the description of this video for a link to the Free Time Creators Collective Discord, where a bunch of people with small channels get together and talk about games and YouTube stuff and channel stuff and this nerdy stuff and whatever stuff. This is all the stuff, but it's a very positive place. If you're looking for a positive place on the internet, that's a pretty good place to start. So I'll see you there. I'll see you here. I do hope you have a good one.